California regulation requires insurance companies to offer coverage in high-risk areas. This is very problematic, guys. It sounds like a noble thing the state is doing. Again, they're making a mistake that's going to end up hurting citizens. Let me read this to you. California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara announced a new regulation requiring insurers to offer coverage in wildfire-prone areas, mandating companies write policies covering 85% of their statewide market share in high-risk regions with 5% increments every 2 years. Laura called it a historic moment for California, stating Californians deserve a reliable insurance market that doesn't retreat from communities most vulnerable to wildfires and climate change. Yeah, California bans insurance cancellation in LA fire-affected areas. Okay? In LA fire-affected areas. Who are you to ban insurance cancellation? Los Angeles law, Pacific Palisades, rebuilding must include low-income housing.
Whoo! It's California. Insane new law. The buffoonery in California is classic. Y'all, this is going to be interesting, upsetting, and just plain insane. Let's get into this.
We on now. They respect us cause we on now. Money up, run the whole town, don't we? This our money can't slow down. Money won't slow down. Why they party? I'm in here grinding. Money I'm stacking. Why they rock diamonds? I can't relate to them, ain't much in common. I set a goal for me 2 or 3 commas. 7 figures, 8 figures to 9 figures. On a slow pace to get rich quick. Same time we just think different. Cause when you make it, it hit different.
What it do, y'all? It's your partner Dale back in the saddle again for another edition of the Counter Move podcast. I'm a little early today, guys, so forgive me. Like I said, I'm a husband and father first, so at the exact same time, guys, if you could do me a favor, share, like, and subscribe, guys. And this is going to be a very interesting one today, guys. I think you're going to like. Now, if you could, no matter what platform you're on, there's a little bell at the bottom. Click on that thing, so whenever I go live, you'll be able to see what's going down and you'll be able to get alerted what's going on with me. But guys, this is going to be a very interesting one, guys, real quickly here. Man, you know me, guys. I'm all about trying to solve problems. And so for me, I'm not just going to come to a discussion with just talking about how bad things are. For me, I want to solve problems at the exact same time. So last Friday on Real Estate Friday Live, me and Cliff was talking about a situation in California. Now, you know, California's went through, unfortunately, through a lot of these wildfires, guys. Again, we're praying for all of those that are going through that tough time. But man, as I began to look at how we got to this point in California, where it began before fire, when the fires actually happen, and after when the fires actually take place, guys, I am extremely concerned with what's going on. And so I don't live in California, so I had to go to a couple of friends of mine that actually lived in California for a long period of time, right? So they know this certain area that we're going to be talking about, how the government's worked there from a municipal standpoint, from a county standpoint, and from a state standpoint. And so I'm leaning upon their counsel, and their counsel is imperative. So no matter what platform you're on, you're going to want to share this, specifically if you're in California, because you're going to begin to see this. Now, we're going to talk about this, guys. These are the topics for the day. All right? The topics for the day. Number one, guys, we're going to talk about, the California insurance time bomb crisis. There was a there was an issues that were going on in California pre this recent wildfire issue. Number two, the California wildfires and government policy failures. This is what actually happened as the wildfires began to unfold, and you begin to see the ineptitude of the state, county, as well as the local municipalities when it comes to how to handle the situation. Number three, the California insurance ban. These Bamas was trying to ban insurance companies from basically leaving California and how this could destroy LA housing as a whole. And then lastly, guys, this insane new law that made screw over wildfire homeowners in the Pacific Palisades area. And when I say, guys, insane, it is insane. All right, guys, this is gonna be so good. All right, it did laugh at, but guys, let's dive into the first topic real fast. Here we go, guys. Let's dive into this California insurance time bomb crisis. There was something that was going on before the wildfires took place. Now, these wildfires happen every year. To me, that's questionable, right? Why is that happening every year, right? But anyways, there was an issue in the insurance arena concerning this California insurance, right? And there was a ticking time bomb that had been kind of really brewing for years. And it kind of came to fruition really this year. And so let's listen to this and see what's going on this, guys, and see what actually happened. But let's see how this begin to kind of get started real quickly, and we dive into this. We got to bring my partner, PBD Patrick McDavid, on this thing real quickly, guys. And what's going to happen is we're going to look at how this all started, right? And this really began with really the state beginning to kind of have disagreements with the insurance companies. So let's see what's going on. Here we go. Let's dive into this.
Got a question for you. Let's just say you are CEO of a homeowners insurance company. You're using your family's money. You're living in the state of California. Every single policy that's being written is losing money for you. Yeah. How much longer until you stay in the state of California and say, guys, we're leaving the state of California. It's just not worth it for us? Because right now it looks like California is doing everything in their power to push out every single homeowners insurance company in the state of California. Here's why. Yes. California has 40 million people living there, of which 55% of them own a home. However, in 2023, nearly 7% of all real estate deals in the state fell out of escrow. Do you know why? Because
now, escrow, guys, means closing. This just means closing. It fell out, which means the buyers pulled out. Now, we're going to figure out, why would buyers pull out of this? Here we go.
Buyers couldn't afford the insurance. They're like, I just can't afford to pay the homeowner's insurance here. Makes no sense. I'm out. I'm not buying it. Matter of fact, 7 insurance companies in the state of California, State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, USAA, Travelers Nationwide, and Chubb recently limited new homeowners policy. It's so bad that in 2022, Allstate quietly paused writing new home and condo policies in an email to Bankrate. Here's what Allstate said. The cost to insure new home customers in California is far higher than the price they would pay for policies due to wildfires, higher costs for repairing homes, and higher reinsurance premiums. Why the hell would anybody keep doing business in California when it comes down to homeowners insurance? The way they're going.
So what he's talking about is the business environment in California is not conducive to doing business for insurance companies. Not based on what I'm saying. The insurance company is saying this themselves, right? So there's an issue with how the state, county, and local municipalities, their laws governing insurance, really the state, right? It's not an environment for businesses to make money in the insurance arena. Let's keep going, guys. Here we go.
Do not be surprised when all of these guys eventually say, we're done with the state of California. We're going to talk about that today.
So from the get-go right there, guys, as you can see, when it's coming to insurance companies doing business in the state of California, the insurance companies are complaining to the state legislature and the governor saying, that, hey, guys, we can't make money here because of some issues. We're going to hear a little bit of these issues real quickly, and then we're going to progress over to the wildfires. Here we go. Let's get into it.
If you get value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I got a question for you. So wildfires, they're measured by acres. Matter of fact, right now, while you're watching this, there's 52 active wildfires in America being managed. This year so far, roughly 2.1 million acres of America experienced wildfires. Now, go to 2023. If I were to ask you, total number of acres of wildfire in America, where would you rank it on how bad last year was in the last 25 years? What would you say? Would you say the worst? Maybe the second worst? Maybe the third worst? What if I told you in 2023 it's the least amount of acres of wildfire in the last 25 years. Wow. Let me give you the data here so you can verify it. According to National Interagency Fire Center, last year we had roughly 2.693 million acres of wildfire. Go to the last year, 7.5, 7.1, 10 million acres, 2020. Then it's 4.6, 8.7, 10 million acres in 2017. And it's 5 million, 10 million acres in 2015, 3.5, 4.3, 9.3, 8.7, 3.4, 5.9, 5.2, 9.3, 9.8, 8.6, 8 million, 3.9, 7.1, 3.5, 7.3, 5.2. The last time we had fewer acres of wildfire in America was in 1998. That means 25 years. It's been the lowest ever yet. Wow. This great state of California thinks, guess what? We're going to force you. You better do this or else. So guess what insurance companies are doing? Let me give you stories. May of 2023, State Farm announced it would no longer accept new business and personal property and casualty applications. Wow. All State Farm credited historic increases in construction costs, outpacing inflation, rapidly growing catastrophic
So State Farm, Allstate are saying that it's costing more. The cost to rebuild homes, you know, that may burn down or something may happen to a house, is outpacing inflation. So it's costing more for insurance companies to rebuild homes. That's a risk. Insurance companies are in the business of mitigating risk, right? That's why it's called insurance. Let's keep going. We almost there. Let's go.
Exposure in a challenging reinsurance market. By the way, the following March, State Farm stated it would non-renew around 30,000 home insurance policies beginning July 3rd of 2024. Farmers came out and said, look, moving forward, new policy applications are going to be limited due to record-breaking inflation, severe weather events, and reconstruction costs. From summer of 2023 to summer of 2024, 5 other companies just said, guys, we're done. Amgard, Falls Lake, Hartford, Tokyo Marine Insurance Company, American National stopped writing new homeowners insurance policies in California, putting immense strain on the home insurance market.
Stop right there. So we have now seen how this insurance ticking time bomb was actually brewing before the recent wildfires actually took place. And they told you why, because the construction cost to rebuild homes was outpacing inflation, not based on Liddell's opinion. State Farm, Allstate, USAA, all of these companies that were responsible for writing new policies on homes and autos were saying that the cost to rebuild these homes is too great. It was too great. But because of California's their state laws. This is exactly what's going on. Let's keep going, guys. We almost there.
It's driving California homeowners insane because they're like, dude, I can't even buy homeowners. Where do I buy this stuff from? You need it to buy the house. I can't even figure this thing out. Combined, State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, USAA, Travelers, Nationwide, and Chubb dominated just under 35% of California's home insurance market in 2023. However, they're sitting around saying, I don't know if we can handle this moving forward if it keeps going like this.
And my good buddy Cedric said on Instagram, it just said, guys, he said they are also not renewing insurance policies. They're not renewing them. Why? They're telling you why. The cost to rebuild homes is outpacing inflation. Now we can dive into the cost of rebuilding, and typically what's happening is whenever you're rebuilding a new home or new construction in California, depending on the city or county that you're in, typically the cost of what they call soft costs, those are the permitting process, the surveys, all the stuff before you begin to break ground. Those are really the soft costs. Typically, it should be around maybe 3-4%. Man, in California, you're looking around like 10% before they even break the damn ground, guys. I'm not saying that the cost is going up. The insurance companies is. Why? Because of the laws in place that's adding to the bottom line for developers and or builders to rebuild homes or to do new construction projects. That's what's going on. So now you see this ticking time bomb that was actually happening before these recent wildfires. Now, guys, let's keep it going, guys. Now, let's dive into the wildfires now, guys. Now let's go to the wildfires. Now we've heard about what was going on concerning the insurance companies. You saw what actually happened with the wildfires. Some people didn't have fire insurance. Because in California, you have homeowner insurance and also fire insurance at the exact same time. And a lot of these insurance companies did not renew or withdrew their fire policies. Why? Not because they were being mean. It's because they were telling the state of California, it's costing us too much money to do business in your state. It's real simple, but not now. Let's go now to this here, guys. Let's go here. All right. Let's go right over here. Boom. Come on, let's go. Let's go over here. Now let's dive into this now. Now the wildfires has happened. The worst case scenario has happened, and insurance companies are in the business of planning for the worst case scenario. When it comes to money management, insurance companies are probably the best entities in the world at managing resources. The best, because they're in the business of predicting the worst case scenario. Why do you think that your money in your bank is insured by the FDIC? That is insurance for your money. Why do you think insurance companies are some of the best lenders in the world when it comes to building arenas and stadiums? Hello, because they're great money managers. Right now, let's go. Let's keep it going, guys. We almost said, baby, let's keep it going. Now let's go and see what's going on with these damn policies, because the policies got these citizens in this type of scenario to where they're having to now deal with not having insurance, or insurance is too much. And we heard initially before, a lot of the sales in California have been stagnant because buyers are withdrawing their offers from escrow because the insurance cost is too great. They can't afford the damn payment, not because of the interest rate, because of damn insurance. Let's get it in. Here we go.
Look, I don't know if the fires in California were intentional, accidental, or preventable. I don't know that. But some of the numbers just don't add up. 80,000 acres, 24 death toll. As of right now, by the time you watch it, maybe higher. 200 individuals have sustained injuries. 4,000 homes have been completely destroyed. $250 billion of damages. A reservoir that fits 117 million gallons of water that's been shut down for a year because the cover had a hole in it and they don't want to fill it up. And nobody knew about this apparently. And you only had 3 tanks that each fits 1 million gallons. And there comes a story about a man named Francis Buschetti. He's a personal assistant, lives in Palisades, has been living there for 50 years on and off, had a home for decades. Gets a note last year from farmers that your homeowner's insurance is going from $4,500 to $18,000 per year. 4x.
Good God. They tried to told y'all, California, $4,500 a year to 18 grand? God dang. They tried to told y'all. Let's keep it going, guys. Here we go.
He says, I can't afford that. What am I going to do with this? So I'm going to go to the fair plan that California offers. He goes there. They said, we'll give it to you, but you have to cut these 10 trees. I can't even do this. This is too much work. What does he finally do? Something many people in California did. Yep. He's going bare, which means no insurance to protect your home. I'm going to be ready for this. What happens this week? He loses his home.
Wow.
Done. You know what it's like? It's like having a car. You get into an accident. Car is totaled. You bought this for $40,000 and you have no auto insurance. What do you do now? You're an average person that doesn't have a lot of money. Maybe you're doing your best. What do you do with that? You know how many Francis Buschettis are out there? A lot of them. This is happening in California right now everywhere, and people are wondering, how were you not prepared for this event that just happened in California? The blame is going to the leadership of California, starting with the governor, Gavin Newsom. We're going to talk about that today.
So again, guys, we see insurance companies who are in the business of predicting catastrophic worst case scenarios have been telling the state of California this is an issue when it comes to rebuilding costs, right? They're preparing for the worst case scenario. The legislature and the assembly and the executive branch, the governors, did not listen. And so now the catastrophe has happened. And when they begin to look at how were you not prepared? Again, management, right? Bad management, right? This happens. And you see what's going on. We're not going to revisit everything, guys, but damn it. Jeez, when you have insurance companies telling you, yo, we got a problem, you think you should be listening to them a little bit? They're business partners with you, state of California. This is ridiculous. And then you hear one person got an insurance notice saying that, hey, we have to increase your annual premium from $4,500 a year to $18,000 a year. That's just one. And then he said, I can't afford this. So then he goes to the California Fair Plan. And the California Fair Plan said, well, you can get it to me, but just cut out these 10 trees. He said, I can't do that. So now he has no insurance, and then bam, a fire happens and he's SOL. Because the leadership didn't listen to the insurance companies. And you were not prepared. Keep going. Here we go.
If you get value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. But just like you, I have a ton of questions. How the hell did this happen to the 5th largest economy in the world, the great state of California? So when you go through the timeline, just to kind of see what's going on with the timeline, here's what you notice. January 7, Palisades fire ignition. A wildfire ignited in the Palisades, rapidly spreading due to strong winds. Evacuation orders were issued for residents as the fire threatened homes and infrastructure. That's the 7th. 8th, both the Palisades and Eaton fires expanded rapidly, with the Palisades fire consuming over 23,000 acres and Eaton fire over 14,000 acres. Containment efforts were hindered by the extreme wind conditions. Preliminary reports indicated that over 12,300 structures have been damaged or destroyed by the fires, with significant impacts on residential areas and critical infrastructure. At this point, the economic impact was only $50 billion. That's a lot of money, but $50 billion.
Wow.
The 10th, firefighting teams, including state and federal resources, intensified efforts to contain the blazes. The Palisades fire reached 13% containment, while the Eaton fire was at 27% containment. That's when they were ordered to evacuate 150,000 residents, with emergency shelters established to accommodate displaced individuals. That's the 10th. 11th, forecast predicted continued strong Santa Ana winds with gusts up to 70 miles per hour, exacerbating fire conditions and posing challenges to containment efforts. This is when you started hearing about power outages and the running out of water. You're running out of water? Yeah. January 12th, reports emerged of looting in evacuated neighborhoods, leading to increased law enforcement presence to protect property. And you start seeing a lot of people wearing masks. Why? Because they couldn't breathe. They weren't wearing masks because of COVID. They could not breathe. The air was that tough to breathe in. Now you have January 13th. So at this point, they're talking about the Palisades fire at 14% containment and Eaton fire at 33%. And by the way, reports everyone's talking about, they're worried the winds are about to get stronger and they don't know what's going to happen the next couple of days. So remember how we talked about the Francis Bichetti story earlier? And you look at the insurance stories. We've done a video on this multiple times the last 4 or 5 years on insurance. But watch this here. California, insurance challenges. State Farm General announced in March that it would not renew 30,000 homeowners and condominium policies, including 1626 in Pacific Palisades when they expired. CBS San Francisco last year found that State Farm also dropped 2,000 policies in 2 other LA zip codes. Stay with me here, we're just barely getting started. State Farm last year said it was discontinuing 72,000 houses and apartments in the state, not just Palisades. Since 2019, more than 100,000 Californians have lost their insurance, according to a San Francisco Chronicle analysis of insurance data. All right, next one. CHOP and its subsidiaries stop writing new policies for high-value homes. What do you think the homes are in Palisades? Low value? You think it's $400,000 house?
No.
Multi-million-dollar homes. They stopped writing new policies for high-value homes with higher wildfire risk in 2021. They're like, we're out of here. after the 2020 fires that took place.
That's crazy.
Allstate stopped writing new policies in 2022.
Jesus.
Tokyo Marine American Insurance Company and its subsidiary Trans-Pacific Insurance Company pulled out of the state last year.
Wow.
We're not even doing it. Now, while this is happening, Mercury Insurance offered to take those policies over.
Okay.
Liberty Mutual was sued last month by a homeowner who accused the insurer of dropping her over a bogus claim that her roof had mold damage. The FAIR Plan in California, which we talked about a lot, a last resort insurance pool, which now covers approximately 452,000 policies, up from 203 4 years ago. By the way, the FAIR Act tells insurance companies, if you want to get all the profitable houses that are safe, you have to protect the houses that could potentially get a fire there. You have to. Insurance companies are sitting at their board meeting saying, listen, man, why are we in California? The same way they ask, why are we in Florida? Every year we get hit by hurricanes. What are we doing? They want to control. So FAIR Plan says, you can't raise it above this price. This is the price you have to say.
Price control.
So imagine you're like, I'm losing money every year. Why am I doing this?
Correct.
But if you raise it, that's what? No
Gotta go.
problem. We love your plan for FAIR. We're out of here. We're not interested. So I want you to think like you're the business owner. You're running a small homeowners insurance company. What's the purpose of the business? To be a charity? To be noble and give all the money away? Or is your job to be profitable so all your employees can have a job and you can grow your business? Correct. What do you think? You have to stay in business, right? Watch this. You tell me if it's attractive to you if California told you this. So here's a mandate for the insurers who are the company. Insurers must offer coverage in high-risk wildfire areas. What do you want me to do? That driver right there that's got 4 accidents in the last 12 months, you have to give him insurance coverage and you can't overcharge him. But this is the only way it makes sense for me to protect this house, this car, is it's got to be more or else it doesn't. You better do it. You don't understand. I have to make money. I got 72 employees here. You better protect them or else you're fired from the state of California. What do you think business owners are going to do? You're forcing me to leave.
So right there, guys. So you see there's a source of contention between the insurance companies and the lawmakers of California, right? You see that. The insurance companies have been announcing X, which is, we're not making any money in this. We're going to have to make some changes here because the cost to rebuild these homes is outpacing inflation. We can't afford that. So now you actually have California coming out and saying, no, you can't charge them more than this. So now that's called price control, right? This is at the exact same time these buffoons in California, right, were not prepared for wildfires that happen every damn year. They were not prepared at all. So you have the most prepared companies on the planet, in my opinion, insurance companies, telling you, hey, we're not making no money because the construction is outpacing, costs is outpacing inflation. These buffoons in California, the lawmakers didn't listen to them at all. Then the worst case scenario actually happens, right? They call themselves trying to have a safe gap there for those that cannot afford any insurance at all with this FAIR Plan. And this FAIR Plan forces these insurance companies to cover high-risk areas while the insurance companies are already losing money. Tell me how that makes any sense at all. It don't. Just buffoonery. Dumbassness. This is just the stupidest people. This is the dumbest. Y'all, we not done. So we not done. Y'all, we not done. Stay right here, guys, because next, man, this next move by the California state people, this is after the wildfires. After all this. Just here in a second, you're going to see what's going on. Don't go nowhere. Hi, my name is Liddell Bug. Mastering the strategy of locating distressed properties has allowed for me to own about $35 million worth of real estate currently right now. We're talking about new construction, single-family residences, commercial properties, and apartment complex. You name it, I own it. Now, I know you're asking, what does this got to do with you? I'm glad you actually asked. One of the most common questions that I receive when it comes to real estate investing is that they say, Liddell, what is the best strategy I should use when it comes to executing a good investment strategy in real estate? Should I buy and hold? Should I buy and flip? Or should I do a rental scenario? My answer to that question is, why not do all three? But the good thing about it is the investor that masters the art of locating distressed properties will know exactly how and what strategy is the most wisest in that situation. That's the key to this whole thing. If you wanted to know how successful real estate investors make money with their acquire real estate and not when they sell it, click on the link below or swipe up and download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed, holler at your partner, and download the ebook today. All right, guys, we are back, guys. Now let's dive into something else that actually happened when it came to California. Now, this is, again, after the wildfires and all of this mismanagement by the state, county, and local municipalities, right? Here we go. Now, after this is laughable. These Bamas now are telling the insurance companies that they cannot, they are banning insurance companies from leaving. This is the thinking in California. Since the insurance companies are not making any money at all, and they've told them about this as well also, because they pay for the worst case scenario. And then California thought they were doing something, I guess, right, which to me didn't make any damn sense by having this fair, dumb plan. Now what's actually happening is now these Bam, and that didn't work. Now these Bamas is saying, post the fires, that they are banning insurance companies from leaving California. This is, oh my God. Here we go, y'all. Let's get into this.
California bans insurance cancellation in LA fire-affected areas.
So hold on, my bad, I misquote. They are saying insurance companies, private companies, cannot ban their insurance, in those wildfire areas, right? That's what they're saying. Here we go.
Okay. In LA fire-affected areas. Who are you to ban insurance cancellation? Insurance companies are going to leave.
Yes.
Because you are not creating the climate of place for them to stay.
Correct.
These are underwriters that are sitting there saying, why would I stay? Okay, let me read this to you. And then, Tom, I'm going to come to you because I've been looking at some stuff, and I want to know if you found anything here. I have some thoughts, some solutions. I'm sure you do as well.
Listen to this.
California banned insurance from canceling or not rewriting residential property policies in an LA neighborhood that were affected by the blazes that destroyed swaths of the city this week. The state's insurance commissioner, Ricardo Lar, issued a one-year mandatory moratorium to shield those in these neighborhoods or adjoining zip codes of the Palisades and East Eaton fires, whether they suffered a loss or not. This order applies to all residential property policies in force as of January 7th when Gavin Newsom declared state emergency. The California Department of Insurance may extend a moratorium to other zip codes that could become affected by wildfires. Our top priority is protecting Californians during this crisis and helping us recover. People don't face the added stress of finding new insurance during this horrific event. Okay, that's Laura said, adding to the moratorium. Tom, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I've been diving into what is going to happen to who. And so I looked at it, and there are a couple different consumers in Palisades. Mm-hmm. Consumer number one, I own my home and it's paid off, but I didn't have full insurance on it. That's my choice. Once I own the whole home, it's my choice on how I insure it and do I put an umbrella policy over it. Those people, if they have the resources, they will pay to rebuild it themselves. If they don't have the money to pay to rebuild and they were underinsured, they're probably going to sell the property to somebody else because you just don't have the money to rebuild it. The second group is you had a mortgage, and this is probably the safest group. Because if you had a mortgage, you had to have insurance on the structure the mortgage company requires you to. As a matter of fact, when you're just starting out and it's your first home, it's called PMI. They force you to have insurance on your home.
That's correct.
So those people that had insured are going to rebuild their home, but do they have enough bridge money to live in an apartment or live somewhere else and wait the 3 years or more it's probably going to take to rebuild the home? That's it. So they may
And now he said 3 years to be rebuilt. Now, why long to build the house? Because of all the damn permits that LA County and California have in place. For the first year is there's the whole permitting process. The first year. Before any ground is broken, they have to go through that damn permitting process. This is what I mean by the soft cost being at 10%. Right? Here we go. Let's keep going.
They run out of bridge money. The insurance company says, well, Vinny, we're going to pay to rebuild the home at today's prices, but this is the percent that you're covering. So you may only have like 85%. So you're going to build something smaller. It's more expensive. And you may decide to rebuild and wait if you've got bridge, or you sell.
Correct.
And the last group is the super wealthy. They're just going to rebuild again. But that's the smallest group. There is going to be developers that come in.
Watch.
Because Palisades, let's talk about Palisades and Altadena separately. In Palisades, no developer is going to come in there and build 5,000 condos.
No.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be large single-family homes
Correct.
that are eventually going to rebuild, and it's going to be a completely new neighborhood, probably more expensive than it ever was. But it's going to take probably a full 10 years to complete.
10 years.
Because we have to, how are you going to rebuild it?
Correct.
You can't just rebuild them all at once. There's not enough labor. There's not enough contractors.
Right.
Now in Altadena, there's some more moderate neighborhoods over there. Those people are probably going to sell.
Yeah.
And as for the insurance cancellation, I was looking at this, Pat. What they're saying is you can't send them a letter right now saying, hey, Patrick, just to let you know, when your policy is up, you will be canceled. We will not, they won't say canceling you. Like that's what they say if you're a bad driver. They'll say, we won't be renewing your policy, Patrick, in September. People need that notice so they can look around and find somebody else.
Correct.
And they're telling the carriers, you can't send out notices that say you're going to cancel in the future. We don't want people to have that. So the insurance.
So how in the world can a damn government tell a private company that you can't cancel insurance in the future? Not immediately, in the future, at the end of your tenure. How that makes sense? This is how pompous the government in California is. This is ridiculous.
Companies are like, well, wait a minute. What if Patrick is up May 1st? That's like in 2 months. We're not even going to have all the ashes swept out of the streets by then.
Yes.
But we need to let Patrick know we won't be renewing your insurance policy because there's no structure.
Correct.
And so you'll just need, by the way, remember, you don't need a home insurance policy when there's no structure. You only need liability because it's your property, and if someone slips and falls on your driveway, because your driveway is the only thing that's left. Right? You do no, the reality, I'm not making a joke. The reality is you do need that basic coverage. Yeah. And so I I'm looking around, Pat, and I think there's a lot of these consumers are going to be selling, and the ones that are going to stay, they got to have extra resources to cover the real rebuild cost and living in an apartment for 3 years. Because people are saying it's a minimum of 3 years.
Yes.
Because you got to find a developer, you got to get supplies, you got to get a permit, and then you got to get all this cleaned up. And we haven't even talked about something. All the neighborhoods that were above ground electrical, guess what? PG&E's got to come in and rebuild all the electric lines and everything in those communities so that there's electricity for when they rebuild those homes.
Yeah, and Tom, you mind, Pat?
All right, guys. Now, I want you guys to hear exactly what Tom just said. Tom's a good friend of mine. Hear what Tom said. Remember he was talking about the rebuilding of it. When it came to electrical, he talked about if you had a mortgage. You know what I'm saying? You had PMI and insurance there as well. Also, there are some covenants in your insurance policy, right? That I want you to really focus on. And now we're gonna become razor sharp on the Pacific Palisades arena, guys. I want us to really focus on that right now. All right. So, boom. Now, let's go to places real quickly. I got you. Hold on. Now, watch this, guys. I want you guys to listen to this now. Right? Let's go here. Boom. Now, guys, how can I say this the way that makes some damn sense? Because the law is stupid as hell. Okay, I mean, the safest word I can use is stupid, dumbassness. This insane new law, because you get California trying to solve this problem, right? Of those three type of individuals: those that actually own the properties free and clear, right? Those that actually have insurance, have a mortgage on those properties, right? Having to have some bridge capital there for them to live at another place, right? And then also actually have the bridge money in place to be able to build the new home, right? This is going to be in the Pacific Palisades area. These buffoons in California have passed a damn law, right? Listen to this garbage, and you're going to be laughing at this plan they have. Remember, if you listen to some past interviews from Governor Newsom after the wildfires, he was talking about L.A., Los Angeles 2.0. Remember that. Los Angeles 2.0. I want y'all to listen to this, guys. Now, listen to this dumbass law. Here we go.
Los Angeles law, Pacific Palisades, rebuilding must include low-income housing is what they have to do. Now, Rob, if you got a video.
So hold on. In Pacific Palisades, this law says that they have to rebuild homes in single-family subdivision homes. They have to rebuild low-income homes in subdivisions that are meant for single-family residences. Now, get this, you're going to hear what low-income homes they're talking about. Now, and this is the Pacific Palisades. This is a very affluent area, I believe, in California. So this ain't no cheap area. But low-income area, remember LA 2.0, listen to the stupid ass stuff. Here we go.
On this, if you can pull up the video while I find the page. Oh, I found the page. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and play the clip, Rob. Go for it.
But the most interesting element of my conversation with Mr. Giacoletti was when he talked about the possibility of, as we start rebuilding, starting to relax some of the zoning laws, especially in a more working class neighborhood like Altadena, so that rather than putting up single family residences, especially on parcels where people might not have the wherewithal to rebuild at all, we allow developers to start putting up duplexes and apartments. In other words, increasing density, but also increasing more housing.
The hell? So, these dumbass people in California think it's a good idea to, in a subdivision that is meant or zoned for single-family residences, they think it's a great idea to build duplexes, fourplexes, 8plexes, 16plexes, and above in these subdivisions. So therefore, you could have 2 or 3 single-family residences and a big-ass apartment complex right next door to it. And it'd be for low-income housing. Listen, here we go.
Okay, so while he's saying this, watch this, folks. So the rents for new low-income units will be dramatically lower than pre-fire market rates, significantly altering the area demographics. The ordinance sets low housing rent at about $2,000 a month for families earning up to $80K.
So there is price rent controls in this Pacific Palisades 2.0 to where they're putting apartment complexes in the same subdivision as single-family residences. Yeah. So there's rent control too. Just stupid people. Here we go.
And very low housing at $1,300 a month for families earning up to $50,000. All pre-1978 buildings subject to rent control must be rebuilt as affordable units, while newer buildings require proof that all tenants in the last 5 years were high income, or they will automatically be. Tell me why I should build a real estate business in California. Wow. Tom, tell us the story,
to this
and I'm
breakdown.
trying to do. Is this what we think it is, Tom, or is California completely lost their mind?
They have lost their mind. This is so. What would they love to do? They would love to tax people and just keep flowing it out to the homeless population.
Yes.
And by the way, have Governor Newsom block the audit where they had all the dollars missing for homelessness. And they're, well, let's have an audit of it. And he said, no, let's not be too hasty, because he knows where some of that waste went. And so what they're saying here is, Vinny, your house burned down.
Okay.
And they're like, you know what? You're in Altadena. We're going to declare your area a working class area. And so you can't rebuild your house. You have to rebuild like a 4-unit townhouses, 4 of them together. You have to rebuild that. Why? Because we need lower cost housing. It only costs people $2,000 a month to stay in that housing. So you're not going to be rebuilding it because we're rezoning it.
This is legal, Tom? Like my house burned down, my single family house burned down, and now you're telling me, do I have insurance to build again?
Yeah, maybe you've got insurance,
okay,
and maybe your insurance had ALE rider, which means alternative living expenses, where they pay for your hotel or temporary housing while your home is being rebuilt. By the way, that could be very expensive. That could take a long time. And by the way, there's a little side note in there that maybe some of the insurance companies would rather that you sell your property to a developer than you use your ALE.
Oh, man.
Get it?
Got it.
So I'm paying ALE for you so that you could go live someplace while your house is being rebuilt, where you're waiting for a permit and all these things are going on. And you finally get your home rebuilt because you had extra money. You somehow managed to do it. You pulled it off. Meanwhile, developer comes to your twin brother and says, hey, I'll just buy your land for $1.5 million.
There we go.
In Altadena. I'll bet you have a good lot. I'll just pay $1.5 million for that and we'll build it. You may just say, I'll take the 1.5. Yeah. I'll save it and then I'll go rent something somewhere. Yeah. Meanwhile, your twin brother says, no, maybe I do just want to rebuild. And they say, no. The new zoning that we have here is we need more low-income housing. Why? Because homelessness is a problem. We've wasted our $24 billion and we need more housing. So this is basically, think of it this way. They just taxed your previous house down to zero. They stole the house from you, forcing you to take whatever you could get from the people buying the land so a developer could build 4 low-income homes.
Yes. So then, Tom, give me the argument why developers are staying in California.
Well, certain developers are staying in California because thanks to things like this, they've got something to do. Because they're just like, the developer looks at it, man, I'm glad. This is what I would do. I'll be devil's advocate. I will be a developer. You know what, man, I am so glad my digs in Encino didn't burn down. But I'm going to be building in Altadena. I'm going to be building these 4-unit townhomes, 4 of them in a row. I got 3 of these people bought the land. I bought the land. I got 12 of them being built, and the city is requiring that I do it this way. So I'm going to sell 12 units. I just bought the land. So the developers can stay in business just building what the city says they need to build, and then the developers will sell to an investor who then has to rent them, but not at rent above a certain level for low income. This is just California knows how to force. I'll sum it up this way. California forces. By 2030, you must buy a non-diesel truck. You must. So we're going to force that. By 2030, some percent of cars must be electric vehicles. Wait, I thought we didn't have enough power plant. And the PG&E stuff, we're arcing and starting some of these fires. We're not worried about that. Don't interrupt me. You must have an electric vehicle. So California is in the must. The dictatorial state of socialist California has now come to housing.
Yes. So guys, what he's saying, and I know that was long, but what he's saying is this new idea by California, specifically in the Pacific Palisades area. What he's saying is the plan is, hey, Los Angeles 2.0. Hey, we have a need for low-income housing, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to force homeowners whose house has burned down to have to rebuild low-income housing. Now, homeowners are not going to want to do that. They're going to want to build their own house. But let's just say, for instance, you don't have the money to actually get it accomplished, right? Because of the insurance issues that California is actually having. Who comes to the rescue? Oh, developers. Who could be the developers? BlackRock and Vanguard, because they're the only ones that actually have the money to be able to scale this like this. Now they're going to rezone your lots to be a different zoning, right? For them to build apartment complexes, duplexes, fourplexes, eightplexes, 16plexes, 20 units and above next to your single family residence. Guys, when I tell you, now watch this now. Now they're going to put rental caps on how much the rents can be charged. So they have now only rezoned a single family residential area, right, to another zoning, and they made you do that because they forced you to sell because of the fact that of this insurance issue. Not only that, guys, they're going to control the rents that can be charged in that area. So let's say, for instance, the market says that, hey, the rents in this area, or let's say $3,000 a month. They said, no. In this area, California says it's $1,200. You see how dumb this sounds? Now watch this. What does this do for the values of the single family residences in that area? Your whole value is shot. It's gone. Why? Because of the fact that you actually have single family residence zoning next to commercial property zoning. They're going to conflict, and it's a low income area, which is going to affect your value. You're getting screwed over. They're taxing your ass without you even knowing it. But it's LA 2.0. This is their solution to solve this whole wildfire problem. This stupid thing. Insane. Guys, I'm going to say this real quickly while I blow my nose. Sorry right there. I got allergies. Don't shut me down. All right. Guys, this is going to create the newer version of South Central LA. This is going to be a new version of the hood. Why? Because it has all the ingredients of being classified as the hood. Say thank you to your local, county, and state officials in California. Get out of California. Get out. Or you need to vote in different people, different thinking, because this is the stupidest plan that I've ever heard in my life. This is dumb as hell. This is absurd. This is how you take care of your citizens? Is you screw them over by taking their homes from them in this fashion? And I guarantee you, the majority of these homeowners don't know this is going on. How are they going to get it to you? They're going to get it to you when you go in for the permitting process. They're going to say, wait a minute, and your lot has actually been rezoned for commercial. You're like, wait a minute, hold on. My house burned down. I need my house. I need it. They're going to say, we don't care about none of that at all. None of that at all, period. Nope. You can't build your house. It's commercial. So you're forced to have to sell to a developer. You're forced to do that. That's called a damn tax. And you are correct, Tito. Developers will get grants from government to build low-income housing. I wish I could find that damn video, guys. Do you understand the reason why non-government GMOs is so big in housing in California? And I'm going to find that damn video, and I'm going to place it on my feeds, and I'm going to respond to it. Guys, there was a gentleman that actually interviewed a president or an executive director of a non-GMO organization in California. And they asked her, how much are you making on a monthly basis? She said, I'm making $250,000 a year in the salary. Oh, okay. So what is the biggest need that you need right now, do you see in California? She said, housing. And from the get-go, you're like, okay, she's trying to serve the community and get some additional housing. That makes some sense. Until you look at how they get their damn money. These non-GMOs, they specialize in turning hotels into apartment complexes. You may say, Dale, that sounds great. Let's keep going because you're not done. What happens then, guys, this here is if you look at the agreements between the city, the county, and state of California for these non-GMOs, right? Now watch this. In the covenants, which is the fine print, it states that if this non-GMO does not complete the renovation project of this said hotel in 60 months, which is 5 years, they don't have to pay the money back. The grant is forgivable. They don't have to pay it back. I'm sorry, NGO, my bad. NGO. They don't have to pay the money back. So it gives an incentive for these NGOs, right, to not finish the project in 60 months, 5 years. Because why? Then that grant is forgiven. They don't have to pay the money back. That's in their agreements. I'm going to post it on my feed, and I'm going to respond to this garbage. This is what's going on in California. This is the buffoonery, and I guarantee you, who's going to be the individuals, right, that they're going to be behind a lot of this rezoning of the Palisades area with this insane law? It's going to be them damn NGOs. Watch, in concert with BlackRock and Vanguard. I guarantee it. You better either get out or vote in different thinking, because these people are insane. They're trying to steal the homes of these California wildfire victims' residences. They're trying to steal it. You had better get out or vote them out of office, because this is insane. It's insane. It's dumb as hell, guys. And if you're in California and you for this, you deserve what's coming your way. You deserve it. This is ridiculous, guys. My word. All right, guys, man. This is called the Counter Move Podcast for a reason. I know I'm kind of turned up. My bad, y'all. I'm turned up, though. I can't stand stinking thinking. Dumb people. I can't stand it. But, guys, you know how I do it every single time, guys. Hey, we're going to pivot over to what I call Leading with Purpose, Timeless Leadership Lessons for 2025. And this is going to be for these government workers, all right? These officials, right? Here we go, guys. Here we go. You got to lead with purpose. Government's role in God's plan. And then at the end, I'm going to give you guys the strategy, capital, and impact, what you should be doing if you're in California. I got you. Don't you go nowhere. Here we go. Now, what is government's role in God's plan? I'm glad you actually asked, guys. Let's dive into the text real fast. You know what I'm talking about? Here we go. Boom. Here we go. Bow. And share. What's government's role in God's plan? Real simple, guys. It says, now here we go. Every person, this is Romans 13:11. I'm going to begin here, guys, and we're going to walk through this thing. Every person is to be in subjection to the government authorities. Okay, that means you got to obey the laws of the land. Got it. For there is no authority, watch, except from God. So therefore, government gets its authority from God himself. Right? Government is not inherently having authority. It gets it from somebody else called Yahweh, Christ Jesus himself. And those which exist are established by God. So government is established by God. So therefore, government gets its authority from God. So therefore, when you are submit to the laws of the land, which are righteous laws, you are obeying God, because government is God's agency on earth. Right? That's how this works. Gotcha. Okay, now let's go over here. Let's go to the next one, guys. All right. Now watch this. Now, what should we do as citizens? Right? Because if you're going to hold government officials accountable, we got to hold ourselves accountable first. Here we go. It says, first of all, then I urge that entreaties and prayers, petitions and thanksgivings be made on behalf of all men. That includes government. All right, government workers, for kings, government officials, and all who are in authority, government officials, so that we may lead a tranquil and quiet life in all godliness and dignity. Right? So therefore, We have to honor those that are actually in authority, that God is allowed to be in authority. But this present petition also is for government as well, government officials. Usually praying for your constituents. So it should be both sides praying for one another. So that why? We, which means government officials and citizens, may lead a tranquil and quiet life in all godliness and dignity. Does that make some sense, guys? All right? That's how this should be working. Understand our roles. Now, all right, guys, boom. Now, here's my question to everybody here. All right. Before I go there, here we go. Now, why is it important for us to really be praying for one another or serving one another? Watch this now. It says, the king's government officials' heart is like channels. The king's heart is like channels of water in the hand of the owner or the Lord. The word the Lord just means Adonai, which means owner. He turns it whatever he wishes because government gets its authority from God. God holds that of government officials, no matter what level, in his hands, and he can sway their heart like the streams of rivers. Real simple. This is the reason why he says for government officials and constituents to pray for one another. Why? Because God is in control of it all. It's real simple. It's not hard. All right, guys, let's keep it going, guys. We're almost done. Boom. Now, government officials. This is how you leave your purpose. Selfless service is the call, government official, not career advancement. Let me say it again for the folk in the back row, right? It says, selfless service is the call, not career advancement. Too many politicians, no matter what level, get into politics to advance their careers. If that is your goal, get the heck out of government. You should be nowhere near power at all. Because it's all about you and not by you serving your constituents who voted you in to that position. Right? Now it says right here, it's Proverbs 29:7. It says, the righteous is concerned for the rights of the poor. The wicked does not understand such concern. So this is why I'm talking about it should be selfless service is the call, because the righteous is concerned about the rights of the poor. Right? Those that are under your jurisdiction, right? Now, those that are about career advancement, this says the wicked does not understand such concern. You can't understand what service is because it's all about you. That's why this should be nowhere near power. Because it's all about you. Make sense, guys? And then lastly, Ephesians 5:11 says this here. It says, do not participate in unfruitful deeds of darkness, but instead even expose them. So government officials, no matter what level, if you see malfeasance on any level, your job is to serve the people by exposing it, not hiding it. Your job is not to manufacture things at all. Your job is not to manufacture any type of conflict. Your job is to what? Expose all of the unfruitful deeds of darkness. That is your assignment, because you're there to serve the people, not yourself. Now get this, by serving the people, you also get the benefit of serving as well also. So you get the fruit of that labor still. But the problem with a lot of politicians is they get in this type of service, right, for career advancement. You need to get out of government now because you are dangerous to yourself and everybody else. You're dangerous. Get out. Get out. You cannot be used. You're unrighteous. You're wicked. Get out. You're doing yourself more harm than other people. Get out. This is a warning to you now, because if not, you're going to cause more harm to yourself first and then to your constituents second. Because if it's all about you first, you get the penalty first as well also. To whom much is given, much is required. It's real simple, guys. Not hard at all, guys. Not hard at all. All right, guys, man. I hope this helped you out, guys. Now, you know how I do it every time, guys. I was to tell this here. It's always a strategy, capital, and impact. How can those in California help themselves here with this new information? All right. I call this the bounce. This is the bounce back.
I'm about to bounce back, bounce back. I'm about to bounce back.
All right.
Bounce back.
This is how you bounce back. Number one, you're going to have to understand your local and or county permitting process. Whenever there's a crisis, you're going to have to become a better strategizer, right? What's your strategy? Understand your local and county, and also state, but really local and county planning and zoning permitting process. That means you're going to have to go to all the planning and zoning meetings. You have to most likely retain some legal counsel in planning and zoning, and also in real estate contracts, and in insurance, to be able to understand what's going on behind the scenes. These political wicked deals are done behind the scenes. It's important for you to have the right power team in place to be able to strategize better. So the first thing you got to do is you got to have the right counsel around you to be able to strategize the best way, right? That's in the planning and zoning, contracts, and insurance. Those for those areas: planning, zoning, contracts, and insurance. Those 4 areas, because those 4 players are involved in your whole situation right now. It's for the wildfire victims, right? Number 2, once you understand that, you can properly navigate, right, those areas legally, and with the right wisdom to be able to attract the right capital. So therefore, if an insurance company says, "Hey, I can't cover that at all," no, sir. Based on what my attorney says here, this needs to be covered. That right there, that right there needs to be covered. So, at the exact same time, when it comes to if their local municipality says, "Hey, it's gonna cost you more money for this permit," no, sir. My attorney says that I can do it this way, this way, and this way to negate that cost. You have you can now better lower your costs, capital, so that you take home more capital for your insurance company, right? To be able to accomplish your goal. Does that make some sense? You can block zoning efforts to try to rezone your lot from a residential zoning to a commercial zoning. This low income grift that they are setting up right there, right? And then lastly, by doing that, guys, the impact is simple. You have a rebuilt new house that you personally had your finger into because you had the right strategy, which lowered the cost, right? Which means you can actually use more capital from your insurance company, right? To be able to get the right impact of what? A brand new house. And get this, if you're really smart, you can actually build the home for a lower cost, right? Maybe put some profit in your pocket. What you say there, that can happen with the right team, guys. The right strategy attracts the right capital. The right capital invested the right way and gets a positive impact. This is coming from a new construction builder. I do this every day, right? This ain't theory. These are facts. These are facts. I have a lot of friends in the insurance industry, a lot of friends in the construction industry. I've seen a lot of attorneys. Does that make sense, guys? Man, I hope this was valuable to you guys, man. God bless you. Now, guys, really quickly, guys, hey, you see my hat. You see my hat. You actually see you see my sweatshirt here, guys. You see it right here, guys. This is our merch, guys. Hey, I know I dress better than you. Don't get mad at me. Talk to Jesus about that thing, guys. Yo, hey, guys, if you want to get some of my merch, whether it be hats, hoodies, T-shirts, guys, hey, click on the link below or scan on the QR code, guys, and get some of our merch. We call it the bag merch from I Got That Bag Universe. It's real simple, guys, man. And if you tag me in it, we will enter you in to a drawing for you to win a $100 gift card. You can buy it, and you can take your wife out, go to Eat On Us, whatever. Just click on the QR code and tag me in it. You'll be entered in the drawing. And what will happen, guys, is I will do the drawing live online, guys. All right. And number 2, guys, I'm always asked a lot of times, guys, is, hey, Dale, I need another side hustle. I need something to do as well also. No worries about it all, guys. Hey, we're giving away our free ebook. It's called Distressed Property Investing. Here it is in a hard copy. It's right here, right there. It is Distressed Property Investing. It's how you can locate, vet, and acquire distressed properties below wholesale in your city, county, and or state, guys. And we go over a strategy in this book to where you can actually locate a list of these properties in your town for free. Yes. Yes, you can locate these distressed properties for free. It's in the free ebook. All you gotta do, guys, is scan on the QR code here, right here on the screen, or in the description section. Click on the link below, right? Or if you can do none of those things at all, direct message me the word, not in the chat, but direct message me the word real estate is on the screen, guys, and my team will get you out this free ebook. It's free, right? Our whole philosophy is we can teach you how to locate a trust property, vet the deal, structure the right way. If the deal makes some sense, I'll actually fund the deal for you and we can profit split together. My whole philosophy is I don't want you to have any type of excuses at all on how to invest in real estate. Guys, it's real simple, guys, all right? Now, and lastly, guys, man, some people said, Dale, I don't like real estate, but I need another side hustle. Don't you worry about it at all. Your partner got you, baby. Hey, a good friend of mine by the name of Matt Sapala did a free video, and it's called The Passive Income Blueprint, guys. Passive Income Blueprint. It is 3 ways for you to generate a substantial amount of income in a passive way, and it works in any type of economy, guys. It is a free video. And guys, your partner, I'm actually in the video. He does a kick study on your man and them, y'all. I'm in the video, baby. But y'all, click on the link below or scan on the QR code. Or if you can do another one of those things, direct message me the word passive income, and my team will get this out to you for free. It is a free video. I don't want anything from you. I want to get you the information that you actually need, guys. All right, guys. Well, man, guys, thank you so much for your time. We got people talking into me in the chat. My man Tito, what's up, baby? My man Tito said this here. He says developers will get grants from government to build low-income housing. He's correct about that. Tito said also, he says permits, and Tito's in California. He says permits will get expedited for developers building low-income homes, while regular citizens will have to go through hurdles and big fees. This is what I mean by having a strategy, guys, to actually have a good power team of legal counsel and for planning and zoning, right? Insurance, right? And also construction, right? It's real simple, guys. Planning and zoning, the permitting processing, right? Construction, right? And insurance. It's real simple, guys. He also said this here. He says, get to know the building code. He's right. You need to go to those planning and zoning meetings and get your legal counsel involved to be able to understand what you can and cannot do and how you can get around all this red tape, right? And Tito said also, he said, most people working in planning and zoning department don't know what they are doing. He giving you guys some game. Listen, so make sure you do your own research. Do not trust them. He is right. Tito is correct, guys. I'm trying to told y'all. See, I told you. Here we go, guys. And then lastly, my man Tito said this here. He says, getting into those prefab homes and ADUs by passing a lot of red tape when it comes to building codes. Tito, what's ADU stand for? I'm not familiar with the term in California. Let me know what that means, ADU. So anyone in the chat can let me know what ADUs are. I'm in Texas, so I don't invest in California at all, and I will not invest in California. So let me know what that is, guys. But guys, Tito, a resident in California, he's telling you guys what to do. It's real simple, guys. But guys, man, thank you so much for your time. I hope I actually added some value to you guys today. This was fun to put together. It's in my space in real estate development and finance, guys. But guys, next week, guys, tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST, every Friday at 5 p.m. CST, Cliff Hunter and I, he's a licensed appraiser and general contractor and investor. What we do is we walk through real estate investing, right? And it's free every Friday at 5 p.m. Here's what we do. We talk about. Here we go.
What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
Every Friday, guys, at 5 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time, we do Real Estate Friday Lives where we go over what's going on with the current market analysis, what's going on with the Fed, things of that nature on the retail and investor side, and we give you a strategy that you can implement today and make a whole bunch of money doing it as well also. And my guy, Tito, came back and said, he said ADU stand for additional unit example, like an in-law home or a guest house. Man, he gave y'all some game. Now, real quickly, guys, before we log off, what if you guys had the right team in place to assist you in navigating this planning and zoning process, right? The insurance process, right? To make sure that you get the maximum amount of capital from your insurance companies, right? And you lower your cost, soft costs, and your building costs in some form or fashion because you have a construction team in place as well also, to where you can actually build your home and an additional ADU, additional unit, an in-law place. Whoo, all because you had the right strategy. You had the right strategy with the right capital, right? With the right, can we get that right? With the right capital that had the right impact. Man, Tito's giving you guys some game. And Tito, I'll your phone call. I'll give you a phone call tomorrow, brother. My bad. I've been busy. So Tito, my bad. Forgive me, brother. I'll give you a shout tomorrow, man. I did get your DM, guys. But guys, thank you so much for your time. God bless you. Know I end it every single time, guys, before you leave while you can, baby. You see that thing, baby. Take that damn picture and give it to your mom and holler at your partner. God bless you guys. See you next week, guys. All right, y'all. Peace.
Long live the king.